Hello, everyone. This is Texas Guy Movie Reviews. I'm the host, Andrew, and this episode, specifically, I'm going to talk about Critters, but I'm doing the whole franchise with this abomination. But that'll be at the end, so I'm not even going to worry about that right now. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my memories of how I came across these movies. Alright, so one day I was at my grandparents' house and I was flipping through the TV. Well, I seen Critters 2, but it was only a piece of it. And I knew it was Critters 2 because after the commercial or during the commercial break it comes back on and it says Critters 2 or whatever, right? So I do like the second one better, but I'll get into that when I get to number 2. So it intrigued me because I knew that these movies were at my local rental store. Back in the time when, video rental stores were a thing. They're gone now, but whatever. I really liked it. I really liked going there on the weekends, renting a video game, renting some movies, sit back and enjoy the weekend. Anyways, I go up there and I rent this movie, and it just blew me away during and after watching it. For me, it still holds up. For other people, they might say it's garbage, but this right here is the stinker. Anyway, so that's a little bit of how I got into Critters. Now I did go back and rent all 4 of them. I watched them. Didn't really have a problem with them. So, anyways, let's start off with who it's directed by. So it was directed by Stephen Herrick. The story is by Dominic Murr. It stars Dee Wallace Stone, which she was in Cujo. She was also in... What else was she in? Oh yeah, E.T. She was the mother for E.T., which back then, she played a wonderful mother in a lot of good movies. Okay, sorry, I'm messing with my computer here. So, I think we should get in with the plot. So, on an asteroid prison, a group of dangerous aliens known as Krites are set to be transported to another station. The Krites engineer an escape and hijack a ship, prompting the warden to hire 2 shape-shifting bounty hunters to pursue them to Earth. Studying life on Earth via various satellite television transmissions, the first bounty hunters assume the form of rock star Johnny Steele, while the second remains undecided, thus retaining his blank featureless head. Okay, back on Earth, on a rural Kansas farm, the Brown family sits down to breakfast. Father Jay and Mother Helen send teenage daughter April and younger son Brad off to school while waiting on mechanic Charlie McFadden, a former baseball pitcher. Charlie has become the town drunk and crackpot. with claims of alien abductions foretold by messages through his feelings. That's kind of, whatever. But I like it. Playing with overly potent self-made firecrackers and Charlie's slingshot, Brad takes the blame when Charlie accidentally shoots April, and for Brad's punishment, he gets no dinner. Oh, stupid thing. He gets no dinner for the day. Which is bullcrap because he gets his dinner but he gives it to the cat. So whoever wrote this needs to go back in there and put some shit in there. I can't stand that. Anyways, on the roof that evening, Brad mistakes the Critters' crashing spaceship for a meteorite. Jay and Brad, which Jay's the father, investigate and interrupt the creatures consuming a cow. The creatures thereafter kill and feed on a local police officer and later besiege the farm and cut its electrical connection. While checking the circuit breaker, Jay is attacked by one of the critters and, being severely wounded, just barely manages to escape. In the barn, April is about to have sex with her boyfriend Steve when he is killed by one of the critters. The creature itself is slain when it devours one of Brad's lit firecrackers. The remaining critters sabotage the Browns and Steve's car, forcing the Browns to hold up inside the main house. Meanwhile, the two bounty hunters search the town for the critters, causing a panic at the church and bowling alley, with the second hunter assuming the form of various townspeople, including Charlie. Brad escapes and... oh crap, I'm going to have to cut it out. Brad escapes the farm to get help and runs into the bounty hunters, and upon learning of their true nature and intentions, he leads them to the critters' location. The last surviving critters kidnap April and return to their ship when the bounty hunters arrive and attempt to flee. Charlie and Brad manage to rescue April, but Brad drops a large firecracker he intended to use to destroy the ship when the critters discover their escape. Just as the critters take off and destroy the farmhouse out of spite, Charlie throws a Molotov cocktail made from his whiskey bottle into the ship, causing a fire which detonates the cracker and kills the critters. The bounty hunters leave in their ship after giving Brad a handheld device to contact them in case of future invasion and also restore the house. Unbeknownst to them, critter eggs can be seen in the barn inside the chicken's nest that seem to be ready to hatch. So, I like this plot. It's original. There is some controversy that I'm going to clear up, which some people may or may not know. But, they actually got, I think, I'm not for sure, it's in here somewhere, but they get, yeah. Okay, so, Gremlins, the people for Gremlins tried to say, oh, well, they copied us, but no, that's not what happened. What's his name? I forgot his name. Dominic Muir. He apparently wrote the script long while before Critters was even in production, or even a script for that matter. But they did have to change some things because of I guess the lawsuit or whatever. Whatever, I don't care. But anyway, let's see. the budget for this movie was $3 million, and the box office return was $13.2 million, which was really good turnout, to be honest. And I mean, it's a great franchise until you get to the fucking garbage. It's called Critters Attack. I hate that fucking movie. Anyways, so I'm gonna go into my pros and cons about this movie, and there's only one little con, and the rest are pros. Let me get to it. Okay. So the practical effects are pretty good here. That's pro number one. The bounty hunter's weapons, they're really, really weird, but they look good for the time, you know. Especially when the bounty hunter changes. That's awesome. The critter design, those are really great, and I don't understand, like, the critters in this movie 2019 look worse than this, and this was made in 1986. You want to know why? Because they used, I can't remember whether it was elk hair or something, but they used real hair for the critters in this movie. I'm not for sure about any of the other ones. But with that said, let's go to pro number two, which is the actors. This is Billy Zane's second role in a movie. And most people think this movie is his first, but it's not. It's his second. The first movie that he played in was Back to the Future, and he played as Match O'Malley. And then we have Dee Wallace, of course. Another one that I like is Charlie, and of course Bradley Brown. He comes back in the second one, but does not come back in the third and fourth movie. We'll get to that when I do the rest of the franchise. One video at a time. Okay, so let's get with number 3. Power of the Night. They actually made this video. It's a real music video. They made it just for this movie. It wasn't for, MTV or anything. Although, I mean, some people hate it, some people don't. I like it. Okay, moving on. So, the first critter kill, the firecracker kill, I understand they didn't want to ruin any of the props. That's understandable. But I would have loved to see that critter explode, because we know from the very first explosion, when you see it, before the critter even eats a firecracker, the firecracker before, dude, it would have obliterated like 5 of them standing there. But, they did what they had to do budget-wise, so I'm not really complaining about that. It's just, it is a pro, but I guess it would be like a nitpick because of the way it's killed, but it doesn't really matter. So the critters are attacking, okay, and they're trying to get in the house trying to run away from the critters. Somehow they got locked out. Brad has to run on the other side of the house and get in and let everybody in. Well, right after he let everybody in, one of the critters actually speaks, and he says they have weapons, and the other one says, "So what?" And right after he says, "So what?" he gets blown to smithereens by that double barrel shotgun. I'm not even kidding. That scene was sweet. I love that. I love that one. Okay, so another funny part is when they're in the bar, and I think it's Ugg is his name. He changed into the preacher because they attacked the church before they went to the bar. Okay, so they attacked the church, they went to the bar, and one of the bounty hunters hears, I guess he hears it on TV, or no, he hears the bartender say, "Keep your shirt on, asshole," talking to one of the drunk guys standing over there being an idiot of himself. That was actually pretty funny because he said he walks over there and he's trying to find the Kreitz and blah blah blah. Well, he grabs the bartender and lifts him off his feet, and one of the other guys, he comes over there and he says, and then he says something to the bounty hunter, and the bounty hunter's like, "Keep your shirt on, asshole." It's pretty funny. Anyways, okay, so the fan kill. It's original to me. The scene is everybody's running upstairs because the critters get in the house eventually, and Brad, he grabs a shotgun, and he's sitting there, and something happens. He trips over and falls while the critters are eating the couch, and as soon as he falls, the shotgun blows the ceiling fan, off of the ceiling as one of the critters is coming, and the fan just falls right on top of him and squishes him. It's an okay kill scene. Not too gruesome, but he still dies, and then the toilet kill, right before the trying to remember. I just watched it the other day, but long story short, Brad burns one of the critters. The critters rolls down into the bathroom, jumps into the toilet to extinguish the fire. Well, here comes the bounty hunter, and just totally blows that toilet to smithereens. I'm talking, that scene was great. Just boom, and just pieces fly everywhere. It's freaking great. And then, last but not least, the house exploding at the end of the movie, and then building back up by weird alien bounty hunter technology or whatever it is. This house gets blown to smithereens, and I'm talking there's splinters everywhere. And they turn around, and some reason the house, after they leave, starts whittling back together, and it builds itself back. It's really weird. If no one's seen this movie, you really need to check it out because it's really that good. Um, okay, so my only one con for this whole movie is the one shot of the Earth in space. It's bad blue screen map crap. It's just garbage. The moon that they're passing by looks better than the map shot, and it looked like it was like physically there. But with that said, um, I really enjoy this movie. Um, I give it 5 stars, to be honest. I mean, well, no. Let me take that back. I give it 4 stars. And with that said, uh, I'm gonna try to wrap this episode up. Uh, Thank you for watching. That's all I can really say. I'm hoping to do more content here soon. Uh, Trust me, I got plenty of it. So, later, guys and gals.